Hi, welcome to Sexy is Timeless Talk. I am Luisa Diaz, author of Sexy is Timeless. I'm founder of Luisa Diaz Foundation, which is a celebration of kindness, coming to you from Manhattan, New York. Now, let me introduce to you my fabulous friends and co-hosts.
Hello, everyone. Samantha Drucker here, co-host of Love and Design Project, your lifestyle genie and author of 90 Days to Husband Number Two, coming to you from sunny Hollywood Beach, Florida.
Hey everyone, it's Delaina Dixon, editor-in-chief of DivaGalsDaily.com and the creator of the All About Eve TV series. I'm coming to you from the lovely state of Georgia.
Hi, ladies, and I am so excited today because our special guest is my dear friend coming directly from LA, Greta Zenelaj. Greta, I know her for many years, and she's an actress, producer, writer, and the founder of the production company Color Film. Hi, darling, how are
Hi,
you?
darling. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for invitation to be in this fabulous ladies today. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so excited to see you. And I wanted to tell this story because we know each other. I
Just few stories, not all of them.
I know. So we go way back, and
Yeah.
since I moved to LA, 2006, Greta was one of the first girlfriends I met in LA, and we really connected, and we have been friends since then. And so, do you remember, darling, when we were in that set that we met each other? I was thinking about that show.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
name of that show?
Oh, yes. That show was called ER. And yeah, ER. So I just remember because I saw you and I was like, usually in the shows when they book, they just book different kind of people. And I think we sort of look alike, dark hair, and your hair was more curly. Mine was the same. And I'm like, she looks like me. We look alike. It's like, why? But then, obviously, they want second takes and da da da. So, but then we just clicked right away. And I even think like that evening we went out for drinks or something at Roosevelt. If I remember correctly, it was just fun, just chemistry. Boom.
I know, and then we, because we both actors, and we start networking, and we did a lot of networking together, and we work in different projects together. So we are so excited to have you here, and I wanted you to really tell us about it, your production company, and what really motivates you to create Color Film, and which project are you working on?
Oh gosh. Well, my story starts kind of since 2003. I moved to LA with my sister, and actually for a period of time of 2003 till 2008. And in this period, I also met Luisa, but it was just kind of a struggle, like everybody when that comes to LA. They need to start from the very beginning and stuff like that, taking classes and pictures and headshots. But anyway, to come back to creating colored films, I think I just wanted to fill a need because I was just going to auditions and there are a few parts here and there booking, and I just got tired of it. And then it came to the point of like, okay, why don't we write a script? Because actually, my sister is a good screenwriter. She's a good writer as well. And then we just collaborated with another person and we came up with our first script, and then we're like, okay, well, let's just shoot a movie. And it was also that kind of crossroad where it was the point of like, do we go and take classes to study film, or with this money, because obviously tuition is up here when it's to LA or UCLA, or like going to school here is expensive. So it was like, do we use this for tuition and go to a school for a year or two, or do we make a movie with it? And then we just jumped at it and we make a movie, the first movie. So that's the way how color films came, kind of filling a need and making our voice heard through our lens, per se.
Exactly. And I remember we were talking about it, and we always say, we have to create it. And that way, we need to create our own opportunities.
Yeah.
I love the movie, and your movie, the first movie was In the Woods, right?
Actually, no, that was the second movie. The first one was a comedy. What do I do now?
Oh yes.
So yeah, yeah, it's fun actually. I had people that watched three of our movies and they still like that one because it's like very ditzy, is just like funny, and it was also the state of mind that we were at that age, so it
Yes.
kind of fits right. And the mistakes that they were done during making the movie made the movie more fun. And it was also like the first time that I acted with my sister, because in the other projects I am the actress and Vilma is the director, but in this one, the first one, Vilma directed, but she was also uh, she was actually a main character as well. So it was fun, but a lot of work.
I know, I know. So tell me about your latest project, because I am so excited to hear about this project.
Yeah, we're excited too. This project is actually called Gonje Rosebud, but it's pretty much actually Mother Teresa. And we actually, that's her real name, Gonje, which means rosebud in Albanian, because she was Albanian. And I know there's so many movies made about her, and obviously the amazing work, unforgettable work that everybody talks about her. She's a saint, as we know, but it's just the fact, like this movie specifically gonna take us to the past, showing how Mother Teresa, well, obviously Gonje was placed in this loving Catholic family, that they helped her and nurtured her to be who she became later on. And this is also a project that is back to home because she's Albanian, but it's also like, is, in our culture. I mean, we are Albanian as well. So, but the most, I guess, kind of difficult thing is when we were searching for this project was to find information about her youth, because she all the time, when in a lot of interviews that she gave, it was all about her work as a nun, the love for God and helping these people. So a lot of times when people would ask, she would just answer with a quick question, I mean with a quick answer, and not exploring more. But we had to kind of dig deep to find more information and different writers, and even Albanian writers. So, but it was very, very compelling, very, very strong story. So we're just really, really happy and excited to show this side of her, because I really believe that the core who make us is from our childhood. It's from what it kind of like make us, you
Yeah,
know.
foundation. So what really made you to choose this project? Like, why Mother Teresa?
Yeah, I have to say it's also like, because the script we wrote it last year, and as we know was kind of crazy 2020. So it was more like also like writing something for somebody that kind of brought hope to society. And so we were just kind of deviating. It's like, what would be a good story that everybody can connect and bring hope to everybody around us? Because it's a movie about hope. And another thing in this movie that we want to show is that she had it tough from the very beginning, but you can still find beauty in the struggles and in the darkness places if you just reach out and help one person at a time, because we cannot help everybody. I mean, that's the reality, but just one person at a time.
That's
So,
it. And I totally believe that one person at a time, if you help one at a time, that's enough.
yeah,
That's, I
yeah.
love it. I love the project. We have so much question to ask, and another ladies want to ask as well. So, Delena, darling, I know you have some questions.
Sure. So it's wonderful that you're making films and telling stories. And for people who see the movies, they just enjoy what they're watching. They don't think about what went into it to write the script and get it seen and get it sold. So what's your process to go from the start to the screen?
Oh boy, I don't know where to start. This show is, just a certain amount of time, but to wrap it up, it's a lot of work. And I think it's also key to everybody that does this. I think it's also you ladies, because I consider you artists, like everybody, you create your own concept. it's love that start everything. But it's also the fact you got to be also disciplined with yourself. But talking about filmmaking, it starts, I think, with an idea, something that you believe in, and definitely writing a solid script or solid story, something that is like a map where you can go back. And that helps also in the fact of like when you talk to other people about the project or pitching it. And there are all these other layers. And I believe also the social media PR helps as well, bringing the awareness. And I think another key, which is very important, is obviously the money, the dough, which
Yeah.
it does help the fact of like pitching or having the right connections. But I really believe also like, I believe in God. So God will make a way if that's really what he wants you to do. And, like that is another step, securing financing. But then after that is also the challenge of finding the right actors or the locations, which is another dilemma. Just having a couple of movies under my belt, let me just tell you, it's never easy. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what, it's always challenge. And so if you are a person that, as I call it, like resolve problems, that's the name for a producer. You just like, okay, this happened, all right, let me be creative and resolve this, or just find another way around. I think also Spielberg has said, but this is something different. But it's like, if you cannot get in from the door, just maybe try from the window, try from the roof, just find a way how to make that happen, kind of thing. So that's kind of the hat of the producer, just making things smooth and easy, that everything goes as planned or a little bit stretched more than planned, but hopefully you can cover all the expenses. But I think it's key to find talented people that they have the same vision as you. I think it's really key. And another thing is like when you produce a movie, I think you become as a big family shooting this project, and you create also these great relationships that hopefully you will use the same people, vice versa, that you can create this big family that grows every year or every period of your life longer and stronger.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, that is a part, but then it's also editing, which ideally would be to
Sure.
start doing it while you are shooting. Music is definitely a very important key to the movie. And then it just also helps if you can have some money aside for PR. That's definitely a key. But there are so many other ways that people now become creative. Putting the movie out there, which it can be theater, which it can be limited release, Amazon, and different other platforms. So it's good to explore all, or film festivals. That's another, which we did, and it did help actually a lot, especially in the very beginning.
Yeah, I know you were doing a lot of film festivals and you get a lot of awards
Yeah,
as an actress. And now
yeah,
all your movies, they can find it in Amazon as well.
yes, yes, that's correct. Yeah,
So
I have
going,
a
yeah,
quick question.
go ahead.
I
sure.
just am curious if you could just tell us a little bit about growing up in Albania, and what, when was there a pivotal moment when you became passionate about film? Did when did you say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I want to be a filmmaker when I grow up? Like, was there an aha moment? Tell us a little
Ah,
bit.
oh, I wish it was like that, but no, I had I think an interesting journey. Actually, my parents are doctors, and back home, it's usually, and I am the oldest, and usually back home is like, the first child's gonna be like what their parents are. So I was destined to be a doctor, but I was not cut to be a doctor, not my thing. But in that aspect, actually, I do like that side of, that comes from my family. Like, I'm very aware of, like, what you eat and being healthy and exercising, all that, which I think it comes from my parents being doctors. But no, my journey started actually because I thought I'm going to be a doctor, and I had kind of a dilemma, like when I was 17, and at that time I needed to make a decision. And I had a conversation with my mom. I'm like, Mom, I really don't want to be a doctor. Is it any way you can convince Dad to do actually journalism? So to make the story short, I studied journalism for 4 years. That is my background. And then all my family actually moved to United States when I was still in school. finishing my degree. And then I just joined them. And then when I came to USA, I did like different other jobs, but mostly like interpreting, translating, some other services in medical field when I came to LA. But I think I don't know. I just think that everything happened for a reason. And my sister was just fixated. I gotta move to LA. I'm gonna move to LA. I'm gonna try acting and singing. That was her thing. But then later on, she found out that it's actually she likes to be behind the cameras. And but I think when I came to LA, it was more like I always wanted actually to be an actress, but it was kind of like a dream, hush hush that I cannot even say to myself. So it was that kind of a thing. And when I moved to LA with my sister, she started taking acting classes, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna join to some acting classes just to see how it is. And then I just fell in love, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna pursue this, and that's how it started. Honestly, the first 5 months of being in LA, and then I started pursuing it. And as Luisa knows, that's pretty much it. The bug.
That's
And you
nice that
cannot
you had your sister's support with you, that you could sort of go on auditions together and sort of learn
yeah.
the system and learn the ropes together. I mean, that's really lovely. I think it's very important to have some sort of support system and somebody who you can sort of go through the ropes with. I want to know
Yeah.
now, what are your filmmaking aspirations, your dreams? What do you want to do with your filmmaking?
Oh man, a lot of things. But I think when it comes to movies, because as I said, it's also a passion and the love for it. Most of us do that because we love it. But I think it's also ideally the way I see it is to start making movies, at least one movie a year. That would be ideal, and then can go to making more movies. But another dream for us is actually to have TV shows, which actually we developed 12 TV shows. We had a chance to pitch it in different networks. And we are actually back to pitching again, NBC. And so I think it's also ABC and New Connection. But I just think that,
So you
only
can
the
be
sky is
sexy
the limit.
timeless, Greta. You can be sexy is timeless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is more in the talk show. Yes, absolutely. FYI.
FYI. So
Yeah, so yeah, I just think that you never stop creating. But when it comes to dreams and aspiration, I think it's just making more movies that they are timeless, that people can go back and see them over and over again. And I don't know about you ladies, but I personally have a hard time seeing the same movie over and over again. I maybe can count 5 movies that I can see over and over again because, and I'm like, oh, I've seen it. It's okay. I don't want to see it. But when it's a movie that is so inspiring and it's like pick me up, yeah, that's what I would like my movies to be. I do want to make a lot of movies, but it's better to make few that they bring joy and happiness to people than just making quantity.
There are
So,
certain movies that I love that I watch over
uh-huh.
and over again. I mean, and
Okay.
most of them are probably love stories, and they're not
Oh.
real love stories. Like, well, I mean, who doesn't love Bridget Jones' Diary? You turn it on
oh
TV.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I love that one.
That's
I watched it
true.
a million
That's
times.
true.
And there's another movie called Penelope that I really like.
Oh, I haven't seen
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Oh.
it's got James McAvoy in it and Reese Witherspoon. She produced it, and it's an
Ah.
unusual like love story as well. So, but I totally understand. You've got to have films that are timeless. I know you've
Yeah.
done comedy and you've done drama. Do you have a particular favorite, and which one would you like to
Uh
do next? Comedy or drama?
it's funny. Yeah, yeah, no, it's true. That's a good question. I actually love both, but actually drama, it's very easy to do compared to comedy. And
Really?
comedy, it's more difficult. But actually, like I think when somebody knows me a little bit better than just one time, I can be funny, I can be ditzy. So it can be another side of me, which I think I find it fun to do. Actually, yeah, it's fun. It's a little bit also like a thing that you don't do in everyday life, but if it's a movie, you can do more and explore more. So comedy can be more difficult, but I think it's more fun to do. And I've been in projects that have been drama, and it's been project that it's been comedy. It's more fun when it's comedy because everybody's in that state of mind, like, woo, fun. So,
I
but classic, yeah, I just wanted to mention a couple of my favorite classic movies, if you guys don't mind. Sabrina,
oh, I
Breakfast at
love that.
Tiffany's. I can see them
Breakfast at
forever.
Tiffany's.
I
Yes.
know, yeah.
Me too. And you know which one is my favorite? I am like you. I cannot watch. My husband love watching movies, and he has introduced me to so many old movies, which I love it. But I don't want to watch it again. He can watch the movie so many times, the same movie. For me, one is enough, like you. But there is a few movies that I can watch over again, and that's Roman Holiday. With
Oh
That's
yeah,
one of my
yeah.
favorite, and my Fair Lady as well, and Sabrina too. I love this type of movie. I can watch it all over again. So what about you, Samantha?
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Gigi,
Ah,
I can watch a
Ah,
few times.
Yes, yes.
Uh, Sometimes an old James Bond, like Goldfinger, something ridiculous.
oh,
The Professional.
Oh,
that's a good
okay.
one. That's a good
that
one.
was good actually. That's a good one.
And then
Yeah.
there was Will Prada. I like that
Oh,
one.
The Devil
Oh
Wears
yeah,
Prada.
yeah, yeah.
I find if you wait a while, if you wait a while, like I was here and my family decided they wanted to watch, and it's a comedy. It's a trashy comedy, Tropic Thunder, and I saw it
Oh
I
yeah.
saw it.
years
It's
ago, and
hilarious.
I watched it again. And
Ridiculous.
sometimes you forget things, and you're like, I totally forgot that happened. So sometimes you need some distance. And I have to
Yes.
say, ladies, I need to watch more classics. So when we finally all get together in New York, and you'll have to come to New York, Greta, we're gonna have a classic night. We'll have some champagne, and I will watch all the
Let's
classic films.
do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
my
Love it.
husband love classic movie, okay, and he introduced me to so many. So we are creating, and this is his dream to create a night of classic movie. I was a surprise movie, so you are joining us. You girls have to join us when you're here in New York.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Of
Yeah,
course. We have to make it to New York.
yes,
Yes.
totally.
Sooner than later.
So great, my darling. So when Delena asked you about your dreams, so I know that you said that you're doing TV shows and you want to do one movie per year, but I know, share with us as your girlfriend. Share with us what is your ultimate goal? What is that ultimate dream? Come on, you can tell it. You can say. I
I don't know. I just think that it's good to have a dream, but I think it's also like I feel I don't know if I want to be fixated to one specific thing because I think life, I don't know. I when I think about my life, it's been full of surprises. And there have been things that came or it happened to life, things that I dreamed, but there are also other things that didn't happen, which now I think maybe actually I think it's a blessing. So I don't know if I want to put my dream in a frames per se, but I don't know. I do see myself definitely being recognized on filmmaking, but not only that, I think that is good and
it's
important, but I
okay.
think
It's
but
okay
it's
to
more
say
important. But I think it's more important also.
like you recognize that you won the Academy Award, can recognize your work. You have to put it into the universe. It's okay.
Yes,
It's
yes,
okay.
God will
Universe.
make it happen, of course. Yeah.
But you need
But
to. Yeah.
I think also with age, I think it's also you realize like what is more important in life. And I think it's, like family.
Yeah.
You cannot change them. I know that they have their own. I don't think it's a perfect family. It doesn't exist. So you just got to love them because that's what you have. And also like, cherishing and more of your close friendships, because that's the most important thing is your net. It's your loving place where you can blossom. So that is important. And I don't know, I can see also like in the future, maybe having a godly, handsome man. And oh, probably I need to talk to your friend, second marriage. Okay. Gotta read her book.
I happily send you a copy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm writing it into a screenplay as we speak.
Oh my gosh. Congrats. That's a big deal.
So Greta, I'm very quick because the 20 minutes is over. So I want to ask you one more question. Um,
Sure.
about your film, which I watched, I rewatched it in Amazon. I wanted to Alan to watch it, and he really liked it as well. Eagle,
Yes.
and it's, I know that it's only 30 minutes, and
Yeah.
so tell that that is a true story. Share with us what is Eagle about.
Yes, Eagle is actually a movie that takes place in 92 that is based in true events that actually happened. We did had kind of a revolution, a fall of communism because my country was communist for 50 years. So that kind of rebellion started and it was like a big kind of a little bit like a civil war, you know, communists against obviously the people just raising up and we want democracy. So that really happened. But there are different stories in the movie that we just put a spine of this character, the teacher that is trying to come to America, but just telling her journey, we're just showing these events that really happen. And it was very dramatic. And actually, I was one of those students in the riot. So I saw it with my eyes, and there were like three actually people, students that they died that day in that demonstration. So
Well,
it
I
was pretty
watched.
dramatic.
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic, and I watched it, and I must say that you did a great job as an actress. And
Oh, thank you, dear.
I am so proud of you, darling, because I know how difficult it is, and I know that what it means to make things happen. So to accomplish a project and just to do it, I give you credit, and I'm extremely proud of you because
Thank you.
know what it is. We know. We've been there. So
Yeah,
you go,
yeah.
girl. You go, girl.
Thank you. I have to say that was the hand of God. I It was the most challenging thing to do to shoot a movie, you know, in Europe, and we had like three different language speaking people. We had Americans, we had Albanians, we have Serbians and Macedonian, but Serbia and Macedonia speak the same language. So anyway, it was just very challenging. And being a woman back home in Eastern Europe, that's another layer of oh boy, they don't take it too serious. You're a lady.
Good place for
Oh,
you. So, but before we go, we are out of time. Before we go, I need to ask you, what do you find sexy, darling?
oh, yes. I think it's very, very attractive when a lady is confident, you know, confident in herself, confident of knowing what's around her. And I think it comes also with experience. That is very, very attractive. And I think is irresistible.
I know, and that's the first asset in my book, confidence. So thank you. So
Thank you.
I know I love Mother Teresa, and she has so many quotes. What is your favorite quote? Because I love quotes.
Oh, yes.
So
My
Mother
favorite quote.
Teresa, yeah.
I think my favorite is where it says, throw a stone in the water and it will have a lot of ripples.
Love it. You know,
Yeah,
I'm going to end this show. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you, Greta, for being here.
you're welcome. Thank
I
you.
wanted to end this show with one of the Mother Teresa quotes that says, if you are kind, people might accuse you of selfish ulterior motives. Be kind anyway.
Anyway, yes, yes. So deep. I have to say, she was so simple, but deep.
Yes, kindness is cool. Thank you, ladies. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
dear.
Be
Thank you.
kind to yourself and others. Besitos.
Bye. Thank you.